dinosaur.
Praveen and Seetha migrated from Malaysia more than a decade ago. They have 2 kids and are thinking about a third. But like many families, they're wary of how expensive it could be.
And of course, that comes at an absolute cost, and that's really the crux of what we're talking about today. It comes at a huge cost to consider having more.
The latest intergenerational report shows they're not alone. Handed down by the Treasurer today, it says the uncertainty caused by COVID-19 has slowed Australia's birth and migration rates. 5 years ago, the population was predicted to hit nearly 40 million by the mid-2050s. Now it's forecast to grow to just 38.8 million by 2060.
We see Australia's population growth today at its lowest level in 100 years.
And that is accelerating trends that existed before the pandemic. Australia is getting older on average. In 4 decades' time, 23% of the nation will be aged 65 or above, up from 16% now. Health funding per person will more than double to 26% of government spending. Aged care spending will soar from 1.2% to 2.1% of GDP, and there'll be fewer people working to pay the bill, with labour force participation to fall from 66.3 to 63.6%. And that all has consequences for the federal budget bottom line. The report doesn't forecast a surplus for 40 years.
There's no plan from the government to deal with these challenges which have been laid bare today.
It's important to remember that reports like this one are based on assumptions that can and of course do change. They're meant to be guardrails to warn policymakers of the direction we're headed and ideally get them to start difficult political conversations and ultimately act. Economists say extra investment in training, robotics and artificial intelligence is one way to improve the outlook.
This sounds really scary.
The nation has to become more productive to grow the economy.
The goal is to upskill every worker or as many workers as possible from low-skilled jobs to middle-skilled jobs.
Praveen and Seetha hope governments around the nation heed the warnings.
I do agree there has to be some change for productivity to increase.
They want to ensure their children enjoy at least the same living standards as they do. James Glenday, ABC News, Canberra.